Well, here I am in the beautiful Hotel Pellirocco with Jerome Alexandre of the Skuzzies. Chin chin, Jerome.
Chin chin. I
It's
had
a
mine
little
earlier.
bit of my cocktail. There you go. Isn't that lovely? It's a tribute to Polly Yates.
Yeah.
So, yes, here we are on the beach. So, Jerome, tell me all about the Skuzzies and their lovely feral melodies and how you came to be Skuzzy.
Well, how I became Skuzzy. Well, Skuzzies just basically refers to a kind of street awareness. I grew up in the southeast of London, in Deptford, and you had to have your wits about you.
So it's a bit like well-dressed ragamuffin.
Slightly well-dressed. Frayed at the edges.
Frayed at the edges. And musically, I've heard your music referred to as feral melodies. Do you think that's an apt description?
It's the best description I've heard yet. I mean, some people say we sound like a mixture of the Heartbreakers, Johnny Thunders and Heartbreakers, with kind of a more modern White Stripes. But to be honest with you, it is what it is.
I saw you do a peachy gig on Halloween.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was great. It was like doing Dawn of the Dead. It was like playing to Dawn of the Dead. Everyone was dressed up and they were wearing like fake blood and everything. They didn't move like Dawn of the Dead, thank God, you know.
I saw a few mummies dancing, a few vamps and tramps. It was good fun.
Always good. A few vamps and tramps is always good.
And your debut album came out this year, I believe.
That's correct, yes. And we recorded that in our studio in Elephant and Castle to keep that nice dirty sound that we always require.
There you recorded in Skuzzyland.
In Scuzzville.
On a shoestring in Scuzzville.
On a shoestring in Scuzzville.
Although it doesn't sound that way, does it? It sounds
a lot of people,
awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people say to me, wow, where did you record that at? You know, like EMI. And it's like, no, just a dingy studio in Elephant and Castle. And I think that would only be right, really.
Well, it keeps the spirit of Scuzdom alive.
Absolutely.
And I believe it's out on Easy Action Records.
Easy Action Records, that's right.
Easy Action for putting it
taking
out.
us on, yeah. And also, there's a track we did with our good friend Peter Doherty, which we recorded up at his country house in Wiltshire.
Oh, that's right.
Called On the Corner, which is again another reference to Deptford, southeast London.
It's quite a little sing-along, isn't it?
It is, and it's quite the favourite among many of our fans. So yeah, it's been a great album. And
you and Peter can be found on the corner some nights.
I shan't answer that question.
No, perhaps best not. Too lovely. So, what next in Skuzzyland?
I believe we're going to be writing some more material for another album. And I'm also collaborating with you.
You are.
For a spoken word project. And that's kind of one of the reasons why we're here tonight.
Yes, in Hotel Pellirocco. And why I've been given a lovely complimentary Soul Supreme, which I can highly recommend, otherwise I'd be really nervous.
The rum was pretty good too. I like the rum.
Yes, we're here tonight for Jay Clifton's Ace Stories, but primarily I wanted to talk about the Skuzzies, who are one of the few bands left that can make me dance. They're fab.
Oh, thank you.
Pleasure.
All right.